And with Inter, they are really strict with defense, but when they go forward, it's freedom. Freedom when you go forward, regimented when you defend. It's a classic way of doing it.
To a point as well. Like I always get like Fergie's point when he says, defenses win titles and all of that.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you like the point that you're quite rightly saying, you use the analogy rather very, very, very well with the Everton scenario. Yeah, if you're defensively excellent and you don't concede a goal but you don't attack, the most you can get out of a season is 38 points.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
38 points. Yeah, that get you relegated in most seasons, aside from the absolute dross that's been coming up from the Championship in the last few years. Let's get it right. They both all three of them come up, all three of them have gone down. That's a great point. At some stage, yes, of course you need a great defence. And, when you look at all the title winners, the vast, if not all of them, had a great defence. But guess what? You need something going forward. You need something. And we just don't have anything because we're just told, Saka, if you traipse too past that halfway line whilst we're in this part, you don't you dare. We're thinking,
but that's the thing, though, Aaron, and I don't mean to go
on. It's just like that.
But Everton don't have any really standout defenders apart from Braithwaite. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't have any standout defensive midfielders. Their keeper's average. I know he's England's number one, but he's average in my eyes. I don't rate Pickford in any way, shape, or form. I think he's too slight. But because their tactics are so defensive and they're clubbed in, Wimbledon used to be able to do it in teams like that. Any team can really lock up like that, you know what I mean? And just not give anything away. And you'll get little 0-0 draws and stuff like that. But it like you said, the maximum you can get is 38 points. You know what I mean? And that used to send you down back in the day. Now this season it doesn't.
It used to be 40. It used
to be 40 was the promised land, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's that golden sort of achievable thing, wasn't it? If you get 40 points, you're probably all right.
It's just
and then you get the flip side where and you get the flip side with Tottenham where yes, teams can go out, you can score loads of goals if you just don't care about defense, but look what happens at the other end. It's you have to find the balance, man. You have to find the balance.
Yeah. Just before we carry on,
just
quickly, I'm just going to say hello to the chat. There's Sav in the building. How you doing? Dr. Seymour Butts. The doc is in the building. Buddha, big up to you, brother. AFC Vigilante, who's everywhere as well. We got Gavin. I'm assuming he's one of your boys, Shane, and hence the wonderful Irish flag there. Yeah, big up to you, Gavin, man. And that's it. Don't forget to follow all of the boys, man. See you over in Shane's and it's excellent nature supporting the brother. 13 goals over 2 legs, 12 different goal scorers is absolutely mad. Yeah. That's proper football. That's what we want, man. Today, that's cooking. Big up to you, Sav. Danny Reacts, big up to you, my man. I see you writing a couple of comments after my videos and all that, replying to him. You're a geezer. Big up to you, man. Vigilante's in the house again. And he's saying Pedri is my favourite player in the world. He's class. Really like watching a prime age Fabregas. Yeah, man, Fabregas was awesome. Yeah. That's a good comment, bruv. Yeah. Facts. Unreal game, both legs. Quality, mate. 7-6 on aggregate. Absolutely unbelievable. Had everything, Boris sending off. Only thing I miss is the format is the away goal rule. I actually disagree, man. I quite like that it went got it. Only because we just kept going out on it every single year. For a few years. That wasn't the excuse. We weren't good enough. Do you know what I mean? But I'm quite actually glad to see the back of it. Yeah, to be fair, I think it's a bit harsh. If you're the away team like yesterday and you get a 1-0 win, and Arsenal could go there and score, and win 2-1 tomorrow. We've scored 2 goals, but we go out because we conceded one. I don't know. I'm glad it's gone. I'm glad
I think it was originally brought in because it took longer to travel, Aaron. I think that's why it was originally brought in. Because the travel would be 2-3 times the length of time, and the players would be knackered, and they tried to even it up. I agree, it's better without it because teams could get it. If the team won 1-0 away, it was over. It was fucking. You may as well say it was over. You know what I mean? And then yeah.
I would be almost all but over, wouldn't it? Because we'd obviously have to score 2 then and beat them. Do you know what I mean? It's just. I can't even envisage that we're going to score 1 and win, let alone score 2 and win, But yeah, man, or Ethan saying, and you're absolutely spot on, bruv. Yeah, he had cancer twice. And to score in Europe, at that age, was it 37, I think, with no European goals to his name either. I mean, that's what it's all about, and them moments. That's what wins your Champions League, and it obviously definitely gets you to the final. Tone, big up to you, brother. Martinelli would miss a chance yet. Tone, big up, mate. Smash the likes as well. Yeah, Daz is saying. Absolutely smash them likes right up.
Does it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it was fantastic to watch overall, man. And we'll sort of switch it over. Do you reckon we're going to be seeing any of that wonderful football, end-to-end stuff, basketball, entertainment, on the edge of your seat stuff later? Nah. I'm kind of worried about later. I'm sort of thinking that it's going to be a bit of a stink fest. I don't know. I don't know what the score's going to be. Obviously, I've just read the privates. Yeah, sorry, it's
Oh yeah,
breaking
no, I don't have a good feeling about tonight at all. I do not have
Yeah,
a good
yeah, yeah.
feeling
Go
about
on,
tonight.
go on. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, honestly, I don't. I really don't. I just
Shane, go on, take over, bro.
sorry. Yeah, no, I thought you were. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
you
thought you were
good?
passing. Yeah, 3 or 4
Yeah,
players aren't fit. 3 or 4 players that were starting aren't fit, and I think the players are done with Arteta. I feel like they're done with him. I really do. I can see it. If you think back to 2 seasons ago, and even sort of part of last season, after
yeah,
every win, it was all the Arteta hugging everybody on the pitch and all. I don't see that anymore. I don't see. I just feel that it's just sort of going to culminate in this now, a spanking and a lesson. But I do think that point that I've made, that the man that's coming on my show tomorrow now, Danny, he's making his debut on streaming.
nice.
But he said to me that that Arteta will go and he'd rather draw 0 all than go for it and lose 3-0. And I fully agree with that. Because if he loses 3-0, goes for it and loses 3-0, he'll have answers. He'll have questions to answer. And if he draws 0 all, he can go, guys, we were one situation away, guys, from final, guys. And his press conference yesterday, they get worse and
Small
worse.
margins.
More margins. He was going on about margins.
guys.
And he said, different decisions and different... it could have been a different result if we play that game again. Yeah, it could have been a different result. It could have been 4-0 to them because they missed 2 great chances and they should have had a penalty. You fucker. You know what I mean? So, but that's what it is. Like, it could have been different. Yeah, we got really lucky that we didn't get absolutely spanked. You know what I mean? Timber should have given away a penalty. Saka could have been sent off, and they should have scored those 2 chances that they had. We'd be dead and buried.
Yeah.
Where would he go then? Oh, his first interview on the pitch.
Tie over.
Like when we beat Madrid 3-0, guys. He's already putting that out there. And then to take away from Liverpool and say, oh, we got more points. They won the league on less points than we got the last 2 years. So technically we could win. He even used that term that, different time we win 2 Premier Leagues. I mean, what is he talking about? What is the man talking about? To take away from Liverpool's achievement. Also, the season's not over. It's not over. They're not going to finish on those points, Liverpool. And if anything now, they're going to fucking spank us because of that. If I was Slot, I'd be saying, did you hear what he said? Did you see that? That some managers used to do that. That's what Capello did in the Champions League final when Barcelona came up against Cruyff's Barcelona. It was that amazing Milan team, and Cruyff came out and said, "Oh, we're not worried at all. They can only defend. They can't attack." And apparently, Capello before the match just put up the newspaper headline. The dressing room was stood back, and Milan went out and spanked them 4-0. You know what I mean? They said, "Oh, yeah." Sometimes they like he's giving Liverpool motivation now. If I was Slot and I was thinking of resting players, I go, "Do you know what? I'm not resting any of his lads." And if I was the first team player who was going to get rested for that game, I'd be going, "Don't you drop me, man. How dare they?" You see, why is he poking the bear? If he's so obsessed with second, oh yeah, Liverpool, we should have won the league. My mate, who was a Liverpool fan, just sent it to me right before I came on, and I was like, he probably thought I'd get wound up, and I was like, yeah, man, he's a twat. Like, Arteta's a twat. What do you expect? But it's staggering. I thought his press conferences, they just get harder and harder to do, harder and harder to stomach. But yeah, look, I have a really bad feeling for tonight. I just like, if we get in at 0 all at halftime, maybe something could happen.
But like 89 settings, like 89 settings.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Look, to be fair, yeah, but if we can get in sort of at 0-0 at that half time, do you know what I mean? Who knows? I think if it was to be 0-0 at half time, I think the best that we're playing for is probably penalty shootouts. You couldn't foresee us scoring 2 goals. And do you know what I mean? A 2-goal, obviously an aggregate, a 2-0 or a 3-1 or whatever. I couldn't personally see that. But I mean, I suppose at 0-0 at half time, you'd probably take extra time, wouldn't you? Really, considering you're 1-0 down and the lack of confidence that we've got. I don't think we're going to win anyway, so I probably would take, a 1-0 to go into extra time and then just see what sort of happens. What do you think on it, Rashid?
See, the thing is that all you have to do is go back and see and watch the game after PSG scored the first goal. Yeah. When we started to push, what happened? Ball over the top. How many times did they find were they one-on-one?
Yep. Yep.
So in order to create, we need to commit a lot of players to going forward, because we don't have that talent that you can just create from 4 or 5 players. You need to commit a lot of players going forward. So what's going to happen is that, yes, we are more solid in that midfield because Moreno, the player that we bought this summer, he's not good enough to play in that midfield. But thank God Partey's back. But yeah, we're going to be more solid in that midfield. But on the wings, if Kvara and Dembele are playing, long day. If they can't do it through the middle, they go through the wings. If they can't do it through the wings, they'll just go over the top. because we're gonna be the ones that have to score. See, I don't know if we'll probably play that negative possession football, but all they need to do is basically play smart. Do you know what I'm saying? And Luis Enrique's got that in his locker room. He's got a lot. He actually got plan B and plan C. This manager ain't got plan B and plan C. Do you know what the plan is today? I was going to say today is set pieces. That's the plan. Okay, that's the plan. Set pieces or just aimless crosses into the box, hoping that Moreno's gonna be somewhere or sometime and score that goal. It's just there's no plan. There's no original plan to go against this PSG. If there was, I'll be like, for example, you see Barcelona, the way they. If I was to lose, I'd like to lose like Barcelona yesterday.
Yeah,
if I had to lose, I'd lose that way. They tried. They tried. He tried to mix it up. He tried to change. He tried a lot of changes. Even same Inzaghi. Inzaghi was too quick for it. He was too quick for it because any player that was a little bit tired, off. Martinez is their star player. Martinez is their star player. They took him off. 60. What was it? 65? Was it the 65 minute?
Yeah.
They took off Martinez.
Thereabouts, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and they cut Thuram. Our manager would never take off Odegaard or Saka. All these top players that we have, it just goes to show you. But yeah, I don't think so. I think they'll score. They will find a way. I mean, we've got the right hand side is the left hand side of our defense is a problem. We've got Lewis Skelly inverting into the midfield, trying to play the double pivot with Partey, and then we've got Kivior to cover that hole that's between Lewis Skelly and him. Now the problem is that we have to go forward. We have to attack now. See, against Real Madrid, we didn't have to do that. All we had to do is just stay compact, just stay solid, and then hit on the counter or somehow score a goal. Now we're the ones that have to attack. This is one of our weaknesses: is us going to attack, us to trying to win the game. I mean, what teams have we beat? Us actually going for the game, actually trying to create and scoring goals. We don't do that. All we do is that we are good against teams that actually they have the possession and we hit them on the counter. That's all we can do. Not even counter. I mean, I don't know how we score, but just stay solid and play the low block against them. But if a team is playing a low block against us with the talent they have in midfield, I don't know if you I don't know if you even touch the ball. I don't know. But yeah, there's multiple ways of taking Arsenal. There's multiple ways. Over the top, you're dead and buried, and they already know our weaknesses. They already know our biggest weakness is Kivior in that centre back. Go watch what Kivior did against PSG in the home leg.
He was awful.
Yeah, no one near. Them performances were always going to catch Kivior up, though, weren't they? They just always were. Look, he was all right. Look, do you know what I mean? And this is what us Arsenal fans that we do. And I'll talk for everyone on the panel. I generally believe they'll agree with me. We'll see the game and we'll go, yeah, do you know what? Kivior ain't good enough for Arsenal. But do you know what? Against Real Madrid, he was really good.
Exactly.
But when he's not been good like he wasn't against PSG, what's wrong with reverting and going, yeah, he really weren't good. Yeah, but last week you said he was good. Yeah. Because he was good last week. Do you know what I mean? It's not difficult. Just going to say before you come in there, Shane. Just going to say a couple of people.
No, I wasn't coming in.
Oh, sorry, bud. Yeah, we got man like some in the building. Big up to you, man. Joseph as well. Big up, man. Peppermint. Big up. Got Taki here in the building. Compass Smurf. Big up, man. Ethan Tretton. He's in the building as well, man. Frogging a well. Yeah, you allegedly offered 50 million for Kudus. I mean, yeah, I don't think West Ham would sell him for that. But it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal had offered like a low ball offer like that. It's actually true. It just don't surprise you. That's how we work. We'll waste about 3 or 4 months trying to negotiate that. And then someone else with actual ambition would just come in and go, yeah, he's 80, he's ours. That's usually how it works with Arsenal, isn't it? Devontae's in the building as well. Big up, Devontae, man. Always a pleasure for you to be here. Yeah, man, we're going to continue with the Kivior thing. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good enough. And this is what I was saying in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, people on the panel, world-class chat, like and subscribe. And the boys, their links are in the title. It's not good enough. And who assembled the squad? Oh, yeah, Mikel Arteta ain't good enough. It was his boy from 2 years ago. This is his signing. Oh, yeah, but we ain't got adequate players. This is all his squad. He's either re-signed them or signed all of them. Virtually all of them. You look there, when I say re-signed, Saliba re-signed. Martinelli re-signed. Saka re-signed. This is his entire squad, and this is what he's assembled. I don't understand when people pin up the excuses about Kivior. He's not been good enough. That was just signing. I wouldn't have minded if he cost like Rob Holding fee, like 2 million. We splashed out 20, 25, including add-ons on this geezer, and he's crap. But he's had 2 really good games against Real Madrid. Don't worry, all of these fans, bruv, they'll be living off that Real Madrid game. If we go out later, which I expect us to do, they're going to be living off that for another 20 years. They're still living off the last Real Madrid game, boys. When we're talking about the Champions League, they're still living off of that. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what I done after that Real Madrid game. I walked out of that stadium on Wednesday, absolutely buzzing. Thursday, I was like, yeah, man, that was good. Friday, couldn't give a shit. It was done, dead, finished. Do you know what I mean? I enjoyed it in the morning. Of course I did. I woke up with a bit of hangover. Do you know what I mean? I'd had a couple of beers in the stadium. Do you know what I mean? Woke up a bit of hangover. We all enjoyed it. We all had our good little chats, our reviews, our this, our that, our blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Friday morning when I woke up, I don't care. That was 2 days ago. Yeah, what about next week? Oh, and then we done the same again. Woke up after we got through to the quarters or the semis, sorry. Buzzing, yep, we're in the semi-final. The following day after, who gives a toss? Now we've got semi-final to win. That's what it's all about. That's what I believe is a top-level mentality. But these lot ain't got it. A lot of these fans ain't got it. We've got it in absolutely abundance. So when we sort of sit there like Kivior, we need a 10 out of 10 performance, 9 out of 10 at worst, from every single person, yeah? Absolutely 100% undeniable. David Raya needs to stop pissing around with that ball. He needs to stop opening himself up and allow himself so susceptible to be lobbed. Absolutely fact. And he needs to stop whatever he's doing with his feet, just ain't feeting. Like, they are just crap. Like, he is looking double nervy, mate. I'm like Ramsdale. He's making Ramsdale look like Zidane with his feet. Like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? He just is. And then in front of it, you know, we have to be perfect on everywhere. And we need Captain Coward, my Norwegian nightmare, to turn up, don't we, boys? Shame, bruv. We need my Norwegian nightmare to actually prove why he's a captain of Arsenal Football Club. Look, one game on its own ain't going to do it. But fucking step up. Come on, bruv.
Yeah.
Step up.
Good luck
I'll
with
show
that.
you these
Good
stats
luck
while
with
you're
that.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you these
Yeah.
stats while
Good
you're
luck with
talking.
that. No, look, you mentioned Kivior, and after the Madrid game, I got called negative. I got pelters because I said, yeah, look, great result. But I said, I had called either Kivior will give away a goal, Lewis Skelly will give away a penalty, or Marino will have a nightmare, right? All 3 of them played blinding against Madrid. I went, yeah, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong about that game. But I said, remember, we have to take those 3 gambles in the second leg. We have to take those 3 gambles in the first leg against PSG, second leg against PSG. And if we do get to the final again, you can't gamble 3 times like that. You're going to get caught out after a while. Our squad's not good enough. And you as you said, oh yeah, Kivior played really well against Palace. Oh, you said he was really well. You said he was great last week. Yeah, great in that game. Unlike top gooners who seem to think that Arsenal's history is the last 90 minutes that they choose, by the way. It's not even the last 90 minutes anymore. It's the last 90 minutes they choose. It's not even the Bournemouth game. They'll keep going back to the Madrid game. And you go, hang on.
Yeah.
If you want to do this last 90 minutes thing, what about the actual last 90 minutes when we were dog shit with our first 11 in a match that didn't matter because he's obsessed with second? I blew up. I went nuts on my match reaction after that. And I didn't even think I would because I had gone ballistic before the Bournemouth game. I was already done. What is he doing? Why is he starting 11? Why are all these players playing? What if someone gets hit? What if someone gets injured? You know, and someone put up in the chat the other day, I hope Timber's fit. And I said, if he can walk, he's playing. If that can walk, he is playing. And he's going to get absolutely cooked because he got cooked in the last game. He got cooked in the last game. Why? Because Saka can't come back and help him against PSG. He's too gone. He's ruined. Oh, yeah, it's all in his head, guys. Is that 15-inch scar on his leg and his head? No, it's not. He is not fit. He's going to do permanent damage. And I repeat myself, Ben White will go through this his whole career. I guarantee you Ben White will be in and out of teams. He'll end up dropping down standards. And you look at him in 5-6 years, he'll be playing for fucking Norwich or something like that, and he'll be in and out of the team because he's going to be injured all the time. You cannot play on a knee injury. You cannot play on a knee injury. You can barely walk on a knee injury. It has to be rested. It's the only thing for rest. He has flogged these guys. He doesn't care about them. And now we're in this situation where our first team is the most predictable first team in the world. And that's what our team, that represents our team more than anything. That represents our manager, or represents what they've done to this team. An absolute shambles. An absolute shambles. Cheap, flimsy, embarrassing.
Pathetic.
No use to anybody. You know what I mean? Absolute garbage. And
No
that's
creativity.
no creativity. No creativity. Not listening to the fans.
like
all
that.
stuff.
No creativity.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
everything
some
about that
vigilante there.
represents.
That's
Oh, yeah.
vigilante, bro.
Everything about this club is messed up, and it all goes back to him. If we went out tonight, I'm going to be devastated, even though I know it's coming, right? But if I woke up to the news that he's walked away or being sacked, I'd be happy all summer. I don't care who wins what. I don't care if Tottenham win the Europa. I don't care if United win it. I'll be ready for next season. But I'm going to go through this summer now, if he's still in charge, just going, if we sign a new player, it won't get me excited because I'll be like, well, he's going to ruin him. Another player, he's going to ruin him. He's going to ruin him. It boggles the mind that we are here pointing out these stats over and over and over again. And then they go with GA, you get the top gooners with their GA and their second places and all this stuff. And I just go, you don't watch Arsenal for 90 minutes. You clearly do not watch Arsenal for 90 minutes, because if you did, you would not be arguing your case, because we are awful to watch. We're awful to watch. And if they can't see the wage bill and they can't see everything that's wrong with this club, it starts to boggle the mind after a while. And you just, when you're getting things like you got last night trying to use the Community Shields as leverage.
Oh,
I mean, really, like, have we got to that point? I was embarrassed as an Arsenal fan, and I don't agree with him. Oh, well, Lazio, Inzaghi won Italian Super Coppas. Right, but that's
totally
we
different.
were just laying it. It's different. It's got
It's
professional rules.
Friendly. Yeah, it's a friendly.
But that's got professional rules, officially professional rules, and the other one's got friendly rules. And then there was Italian people in the chat saying, "Oh, believe me, it's absolutely massive in Italy." But no, he's decided now that Community
If they
Shields,
rebranded it, Shane, if they've rebranded it and sort of said, okay, from 2028, this is going to be the English Super Cup. It's fucking yellow cards and red cards will carry over. It's an official competition. It's not a community. It's not a charity. Now it is a competition where if you win the Premier League and the FA Cup, you will win an official trophy.
Yeah.
They labelled it as that and said all the others don't count because they're a community thing. Starting from now, everyone starts on 0. This is the English Super Cup. All well and good, buzzing.
Of course. Yeah, but even until 93, if you drew, you shared it.
You shared it.
You know what I mean? That's not a competition. You shared it, man.
Come on, man. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Tottenham's trophy haul.
Oh,
I went through, mate. Tottenham have had the glitz and the glamour of sharing the Norwich and the Ipswich hospital trophy in the 60s and the 70s. They shared that. They even shared a Costa del Sol Cup as well. Do you know what I mean? Back in
don't knock the Costa del Sol Cup. That's a big trophy, man.
I know. Come on. Yeah. I should watch my tongue.
We've never won one.
Yeah. Is ours Costa del Sold, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck's sake. The old Costa del Cup, mate. Yeah, that's it. Well, they're the only ones that have done that. To be fair, they're the only ones that have won the 3 majors. The Costa del, the Ipswich, and the fucking Norwich charity trophy, innit, man? We need to just shut our mouths, I think, brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, they are the Spurs. Do you know what I mean? Fucking what a bunch of rodents. But yeah, you're right, man, innit? Yeah, they shared the trophy for crying out loud.
I couldn't believe that they're using that now. That's how desperate it's gotten. That's it. Exactly. It's how desperate it's gotten that they already use the calendar year thing, and they use the calendar year goals and calendar year points.
And the big
now
six.
They're using that, man.
And the big six. They use that one as well.
Big six, yeah. And apparently Liverpool have more points in the big 6 thing in the same amount of time. It's just we were unbeaten.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Apparently so. I haven't checked into it, but apparently points wise, because we've drawn like 10 of that 18 or 20 or whatever it is. We've drawn more than we've won in it.
When's
you know
that?
What I mean?
Back at
the so-called unbeaten top 6 thing. We've drawn more than we've won in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Liverpool have lost a couple, but they've won a bucket load.
Yeah, they hide that fact, Shane. They'll say, "Oh, we're unbeaten." See, when you read unbeaten, you wouldn't think about how much we drew or how much we won. Unbeaten is enough for these fans. So anything they'll say, "Oh, see, we're unbeaten. We're unbeaten in the Great 6. He brought us. We were in the mud. Look at where he brought us." And you can see how desperate this guy was yesterday. Yesterday was it?
It was pathetic.
Talking about Liverpool.
Yeah.
Shameless. Shameless. Oh, we had more points. Yeah, but that was a different season. So what?
Mm-hmm.
So what? There's other teams that had more points and didn't win it. That's not the point. The point is that you
Yeah.
win it in that season. The level has dropped, but Liverpool didn't drop with us.
Exactly.
If they did,
Exactly.
we would have shared. We would have been in some sort of competition with them. Oh,
Yeah.
but it
never
was
were.
injuries.
innit?
Oh, but it was red cards. Oh, but it was this. Oh, but it was that. It's always an excuse with these fans. Always an
Mhm.
excuse. But you know what pisses me off the most, yeah, is that this Arteta's already winning. You see, if he lost today, if he loses today, he's already won. He got the semi-final.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
swear to God,
Facts.
man, them, if he gets to the final, there's another 5 years of this shit.
Mhm.
4 years easy. I'm telling you, this semi-final already bought him another year, probably another year and a half, something like that. Another year and a half, or I don't know how much. I'm just hoping that Berta does his job. I swear to God, like Berta, I've got my eyes on you. Look, Berta, I'm just scared that this manager's going to continue. This semi-final is a trophy for them, especially that we'll all be Real Madrid. Even he talks about beating Real Madrid. What kind of manager does that? What kind of manager does that, bro? We beat
Quarterfinal
them, we
cup,
beat-
bro.
Can you
Quarterfinal
imagine
cup
Klopp
winners
going on like that over
2025,
one
mate.
result?
Oh,
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you, this is another 2 years just because he got to the semi-final. I'm telling you, at the end of the season, look, unless we might even be out of the first. We might be out of the Champions League spots when you think about it, because we've got Liverpool and then Newcastle. Long day, long day. Trust
Yep.
me. You got Liverpool after the shit you said about them. They'll be like, oh,
Exactly.
like you said, watch. What? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Arteta. Okay, cool. We'll see. And Man City are catching up. Newcastle are catching up. It is gonna be a long, long day. If he drops out the Champions League, I think he'll be sacked.
Oh, he
If
would
he
be.
drops
Yeah.
out of the Champions
Yeah. I
League.
don't think he will. Though Forest are staggering, and Chelsea won, but yeah,
That's why,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't think he will. I think we'll finish fourth. I think we'll finish fourth because
Mm.
We
I
could
can see
easily-
Newcastle winning. I can
Yeah.
see City winning all their games and Newcastle winning all their games.
Yeah.
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 Mate, I can see Arsenal max getting 4 points out of their last 3 games. And that's a loss at Liverpool, a draw at home to Newcastle, and then beating Southampton. Fucking surely beating Southampton. Surely beating Southampton. I'm going to come to this graphic up here in a second, but I just want to big up to Prome. Big up to you, brother. Thank you very much for the watch, mate. Always a pleasure to have you in the building, my man. Did you see Rice talking Odegaard up in the press? Yeah. He's speaking him up. But look at this graphic right here, Prome, my absolute fridge freezer. Look at the state of this. This obviously is passing. The red
4
is
forward
his
passes he
passing.
had,
Look
didn't
at
he?
him.
4.
3 there. 3.
I heard
there's
4.
one back there, I suppose. Yeah, you're right, all the way back in his own half. But if you actually look in the final third, innit, you've got one red one that was successful and 2 unsuccessful arrows, only 2 of which were actually in the box. So only 2 forward passes he's made in the box, Martin Odegaard, and only one of them was successful. And that was just because it was just about on the edge of the box. Like,
one of them was in our box. So.
yeah.
And even on the left, he's
Look
passing
at the
to Rice.
state of it. This is against PSG, of course. Exactly.
He's not passing to Martinelli. This is to Rice when he goes to the left.
Yeah. So our creative spark, our only creative sparks, passing back to our number 6 to
apparently,
something.
was there a 35-minute period where he didn't make a pass? Wasn't there? In that game,
I didn't know
against
that.
PSG.
Wow.
I think it was one pass, Shane. I think it was one
in 35 minutes or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was one pass.
Yeah.
Bro,
You can't touch the ball with that
madness.
midfield. With that PSG midfield, you're not touching the ball. But you see this graphic, we've been seeing this even before we saw the graphic.
Long. Before his
We've
injury,
seen it
before
for so
everything
long.
we've been saying.
This whole season.
They'll say, oh, his work rate, though. He was winning the ball back. Look at what he was doing off the ball. Doing nothing off the ball either, man. Just rubbing snot into his hair. Like, it really is. It's gone too far.
Yeah.
How can you know? And Arsenal have all these stats, man. They wear that gear on them that covers every blade of grass they cover. There must be someone going to Arteta going, here, look, man, look at this. Why is he playing? But unfortunately, there's not. Arteta just has yes men around him. He has yes men around him. That's why he doesn't change his fucking.
They're just happy to be there, Shane. Look at our team. Let's be honest. Only maybe Saliba or Gabriel, Saka, or probably the only 3 players that would upgrade on Arsenal. that would play
Yeah.
for a club that would be better than Arsenal. The others, listen, they're punching their weight. Trust me, they
Yeah.
are punching their weight. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here. But I
And
think that's why they're so accepting with this manager. I mean, Moreno, Calafiore, come on, man, what are we doing here? Jorginho, thank God he's gone. Who else? Who else have we
Do
got?
you know what everyone keeps saying? Like everyone's jumped on it, like that. Oh, like Bert's coming or whatever. He's left on a free anyway. He's negotiated that regardless. So like I've heard a couple of people sort of say I can't remember who it was, but oh yeah, Bert's came in and he's done his thing. To be fair, Jorginho's just done his own thing. He's fucked off on his own
he
volition.
was leaving anyway. He was
Yeah,
leaving.
yeah. He's fucked off on his own volition. Do you know what I mean? He's free to negotiate with anyone outside the Premier League since December, January. Do you know what I mean? He's sort of gone. There's a lot of real work to sort of do with that. But yeah, sorry to jump in on your Jorginho point. I just thought I'd make that point.
Where was the experience though?
Yeah,
Jorginho came to the club. Where was the experience? Sterling came to the club. Where was the experience? It's just a load of bullshit. Do you know what I
and Jesus? I thought they were going to bring the winning mentality.
Winning mentality, yeah.
Zinchenko.
No, we got a dog for that, man.
Believe and take us to Munich. Believe. That's all you got to do is just believe.
Oh my days.
Yeah. These are funny, man. That's a bit of a Ashburton army. Just believe. All four of them now. Like believe and take us to Munich. That's all you've got to do, man. Is just believe. I know, yeah, bless them. To be fair, they were trying to grow that Ashburton army, but like the club limited their tickets and all things like that to stop them from growing. Because the club, this is how controlled they are of everything they do. They don't want something to grow that don't go against their that goes against their grain. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
So like if the Ashburton army didn't like it, all of them would gather up there and they'd rebel against the Arteta, they'd rebel against the Cronkies, but they don't want that. So they fucking proper shrunk that very, very, very quick. That's the club you're all supporting, controlling your fan base.
Because they saw the ultras in Italy.
Yeah.
In Italy, Germany, there's certain parts of Germany as well. Listen, the ultras control the club. You saw how Milan, they had the players hand behind their backs, listening to the ultras. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That bold guy. Do you see that bold guy? He's a nasty fuck, isn't he? That bold guy with the whole. Hey, listen, this is not right. I don't understand what he was saying, but I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He was talking about, listen, this is not right. Look at where the club is. This is Milan. We don't belong here. Blah blah blah. Because, like you said, you'd control. They would control because the ultras are so big in this game. Obviously, in Europe, not in the UK. In the UK, it's not like a thing. It's not like a thing here. In England, to be precise, it's not a thing. But yeah, 100%, Aaron, 100%.
You see, I think the ultras in these teams have they have a financial stake in the clubs a lot of the time. I think a lot of the continental teams, I think they have to have a 10% fan stake or something like that they can never get rid of. Because I remember the ultras in Galatasaray about 15 years ago, they got full control and they changed the training top was a zip top. But when you zipped it up, it turned into a balaclava. The Galatasaray zip top. Yeah, about 15 years ago. Yeah. So when you zipped it up, you just had the eyes left. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Don't surprise with them. They're a fucking nutty bunch, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
They are. Big up to my girl in the building. Sorry, one second. Yeah, big up to my girl in the building. Madupe. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, my dear. I'm not the best with pronunciation, so if I do get it wrong, just write how it would be phrased if I'm getting Madupe wrong. I'll call you Mod. It's entirely up to you. Or O, my girl O. It's up to you. But yeah, I do want to get your name right. And that's for anyone. I'm not the best at pronunciation. But big up to you. Hopefully your boyfriend has been listening to your football rants. Because if he hasn't been, just rant it over to me. Like I said to you yesterday, my girl, you're not going to be the first lady and you're not going to be the last lady to just shout load of crap at me. So come on. Get it all out. Vent it all out. I'm here. I'm going to be your punching bag, my dear. Just get it all out, man. Get that Arsenal frustration out.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. Rashid's got me pegged, didn't he? Yeah. Not forced. He's got me sussed, brother. He's got me sussed, Rashid, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm a sucker for the punishment. Just have a go at me, my girl. It's fine. I like it. I mean, I'm there for you. Yeah. Look, I grew up with a family full of women. I've been with my partner for 11 years, girl, by the way, and I'm used to her being shouted at by the wonderful female species. So Madupe, as I said to you yesterday, my girl, you are in the right place. Just let it out on me. I'm here, yeah. Just swing. Yeah, but big up to you. Thank you very much for being out. What's that? Yeah. What we're saying here. Let's carry on the show. But now, always good to have you and my girl. We got Joseph in the building. Yeah, Camden, Hamden sells. Yeah, Camden Bells. That bloody beer, if that's what you're referring to at the Emirates Stadium, man. £7, and I tell you what, it's one of the worst tasted beers I've ever had in my life. Warm, watered down, crap. That's probably why I don't really buy it that much. What's he saying? Dazza, big up in the building. We've got some OGs in the building, man. Darren Sullivan, man. All good. Good to have you in here. Our cup final was 31-5. Mate, do you know what? I worry about this. About this, if we get to the final, that we're going to get humiliated. I would have rathered Barca, but so like I always say, man, obviously we've got to get there first, of course, you know, let's just get that right. I just think Inter Milan, they just do everything that we do better. Like every single trick we've got in the book, they've taught us it. Do you know what I mean? They're the masters. They're the gatekeepers, and they hold all the keys, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be a bit of a tricky one, but we've got a real tough tie to negotiate first, man. What do you boys think the score's going to be? Just random lobbing it out there. I'll start with Shane. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think you've already said to me a little cheeky 3-0, man. Yes.
I just have a really, really bad feeling. A really bad feeling.
It's going to be one of them, innit, Shane? It's going to be it's going to be really good or really bad. I don't think there's going to be any middle ground.
There's no in between. A lot of people are saying, you know, it could be 1-1 and we might. I think we're either going to pull off the miracle and get it to penalties, and it'll be the worst game you've ever seen, or we'll let in an early goal and just get spanked. You know, but I'm leaning more towards the spanking. I really do. I just have a really bad feeling our players aren't fit.
Yeah, maybe you're like me, a sucker for punishment. He's leaning for us for a spanking, isn't he? Yeah. Well, we're all a bit of a sucker for punishment.
No. I'm always the spanker, not the spanky, man. Never the spanky.
I just want women to shout at me. Shane likes being spanked. Rashid, what the fuck have you got hidden behind that door, man?
God, no.
I'll leave it behind. I'll leave it behind closed doors. That's behind closed doors.
Yeah, you have your gimp. You have your gimp behind closed doors.
I have my gimp.
Oh, the old bowling out.
Oh shit!
Neil's a sucker for the old gimp mask, isn't he, man?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, right. Back to football. Yeah.
Back to football, man. I don't think going to penalties is an option. To be honest, it is not an option for us. Would you say Raya against Donnarumma? Do you think
he's won Euros on penalties? You know what I mean?
Would you fancy our bets? No, I can't lie. I would rather beat them in the 90 or the 120, and then go to the penalties. But in my opinion, it's going to be a draw, and I think it's going to be a draw in the 90 minutes. It's going to be a draw, and in my opinion, it's going to be a 2-2. I think we will score, but there will because we're going to try so hard to score. And we're going to leave those gaps, those openings. Talk about gaps, but
it's all about finding them openings, bro.
There you go. They will find some openings, and they will bury it this time. They're going
to get buried, man. As long as these openings get buried, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to get buried. No. But seriously, they will find. Funny, I think they will bury their chances this time around. I think we kind of think about it, yeah. We dodged a bullet. We should have lost about 2-0 at least the first leg. So 1-0 is a very good. Yep. Subscribe. Yeah. But it was a very good option. 1-0 was a very good score. The best we could ever wish for. I mean, there was no way we could have drew that game or won. So 1-0 is a very good score. But yeah, I think it'll be a 2-2. I think we will score, but they will find openings. They will find openings. But yeah, man, even with Partey in that midfield, we've seen even against Bournemouth. You've seen Bournemouth score 2 against us. Somehow the goal would go in. But yeah, man. People would say, "Oh, it was set pieces." Yeah, but Bournemouth did create as well. So yeah, man, I think PSG will create against us, and they will score 2 goals, and I think we will score 2 goals as well. Our ones are going to be set pieces, by the way, if you're going to ask me. Yeah, these set pieces. Set pieces is just some jammy goal. But yeah, man, that's what I think. We're out. Defo, we're out.
Brother, if we go up 1-0 at half time, what you saying then? Just obviously, let's just go. We're at half time now. We're playing all right. I'm not saying they're playing bad. We've just bested them. We're edging them 1-0. What are you saying then? Do you reckon it's going to go to penalties, or would you sort of think, yeah, do you know what, we might?
Yeah, we'd go
penalties.
Be
game dependent, isn't it? It's going to be game dependent, but
1-0. Yeah, we'd go penalties. Yeah,
you reckon?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we would go to penalties if it was 1-0. If we were winning 1-0, yeah, I think we would go to penalties. But I just don't think the game's going to go like that. I just don't think we're going to score first. I think they'll score first. And then we'll equalize, have a bit of hope up again. And then, you know how Arsenal are. Arsenal, this is typical Arsenal. And the thing is that we're in the semi-final now. Now it really matters. So the real Arsenal comes out when it really matters.
Pressure's a privilege, though.
Come on, 8 minutes, 8 points, 8 points ahead of like I can't believe in this manager. Like we lost 4th place to Tottenham, 8 points to Man City. What more do you want? What more do you want? Come on, let's be honest here. But yeah. That's my thoughts.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it, man? I do. I wouldn't mind us going in at 0-0 at half time. I reckon you're in the game then, aren't you? If we can see the first goal,
now. It's not your arm off of that.
Yeah. That's basically where I was going to go with it, Shane, as well. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I would absolutely take that 89 seconds and all of that. And fuck me, if we could do the old full thing and win 2-0. I mean, there we go. I mean, if I'd happily take a little Odegaard goal and then see him celebrate like Mickey Thomas, I'd be happy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, well, to be fair, I don't think I'd be happy. I'd be like, why are you celebrating like Mickey Thomas? He won the league, you little fucker. I know it's a nightmare, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'll be buzzing if we was to get in like that. I think it would really set the tone for for hopefully something special in that second half. Do I think it? No. I think at any stage, if we go 1-0 down, I mean, we'll all watch it because we're Arsenal fans, but I mean, you might as well just turn the telly off, didn't you? You know, I just cannot see us coming back from a 1-0 down. It's such a cliche, isn't it, boys? You know, when you sort of hear, oh, it's so important getting the first goal. But I mean, it absolutely is so important. If we get that first goal, who knows? Who absolutely knows? But I mean, if they get that first goal, it's curtains, isn't it? And by curtains, I don't mean curtains like this. I mean it's just absolute curtains, isn't it? Do you know what I mean, boys? It's Warren. Oh, hello. Woo. A bit too much, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Sorry about that. I know there's a couple of ladies in the building. I'm sorry for zooming in on my face. You know what I mean? You don't want that kind of stuff. You've done your Pilates. You've had your salad lunch. I don't mean to make you puke it all back up again. Depending if you're calorie counting, it might be a good thing. I don't know. But yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to frighten everyone with my boat race there. I do apologize. I suppose there are ladies in the building. Of course, Mod's in the building, and she's from New York. She's from New York. I mean, that's probably not even a New York accent. So I'm
walking here.
It is that, isn't it? Yeah,
I'm walking over here.
I don't know. I'm an Italian New York. I'm obviously
forget about it.
Forget about it. It's a Faguzzi.
I just had a big plate of ding dong magoo.
We love it, man. That's it. She's our girl, man. She's our numero uno. Mod, yeah. We love it. She's from the NY to the sea, man. Big up to you, my girl. Man, we love it. Yeah, we love it. Yeah, So, what she said? Oh, she's talking a little bit Vic. What's Mad Max saying? Bit of mad, and I think we're going to extra time somehow, bruv. Like Shane said, I would snap your arm off right now for that. Afternoon, chaps. I really can't see PSG not scoring. This is the problem, innit, boys? Because we will come to sort of close up very soon. This is the problem. It's all well and good saying, we're going to take it to extra time, this and all of that. Rah, 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 rah. We at least need 2 goals, don't we, Shane? We at least need 2 goals to take it to them because they are going to score.
They will score. And it'll probably be true a fucking bozo moment from Saliba or Kivior or Raya or the odds of them not fucking up. Excuse my language so early in the day. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. And then even if it's not a bozo moment, they just have such class. They have such class. I can't see us holding them off for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't see us breaking with pace, which we need to do. I think because Saka's not fully fit, Martinelli would be flogged as he often is. And we'll have fucking Marino probably up front. I don't see us.
What do you reckon?
You know,
On
if
that?
it,
Is Mourinho going to be up front though?
I think so.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You reckon
With
he's going to
Partey
do it and not keep a Trossard?
Yeah, to play
He's a
that
fucking
stupid
100%.
diamond that they play. To play that
100%.
stupid diamond, that's what they're gonna
Yeah.
do. That's what
Yeah.
Arteta's gonna do. That's my
And just
opinion.
lump crosses
To
into it.
overload
Lump
the
crosses.
midfield. You get on that
Yeah.
to overload the midfield.
Yeah.
But he's forgetting the two. He's gonna leave by him overloading the midfield, like I say, Dembele. That's why they
Yeah.
were interchanging as well. So 50 minutes you'll face Dembele, and then it'll be Doué, and then it'll be Kvara. And all these three players are ballers. It's going to be a
Yeah.
problem. You overload that midfield, they'll just go to the flanks. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to cross the ball, to play that stupid cross and hope. I fucking hate it, man. I swear to God, I hate
I
it.
don't understand why we play that cross and open. Tierney's on the bench, the only geezer that can cross.
Mhm.
I mean, every time he's came on, he's at least whipped him one wonder cross, isn't he, Kieran Tierney?
Facts.
If you're going to play that, I don't know why you don't play to your strengths. But I mean, if we go back into the manager, I mean, we could be here all day. Do you know what I mean?
All day.
Because he makes so many mistakes, doesn't he, man? Like, he just makes so many mistakes. Like, it's borderline ridiculous. Go on.
And the thing is, with that cross and hope thing that you're talking about, and then Tierney, we're doing it with the opposite foot at wingers. So they're cutting inside and then drifting it in towards their keeper. They're not even out swingers. You know what I mean? They're drifting it in towards the keeper, just plucking it out of the air. At least when Tierney does it, it's on his good foot, and it's an out swinger. He's whipping it in. They're just dinking it in for the keeper. Against Inter was the perfect example of it. It was the same thing over and over. Inter rested 8 or 9 players for that game. People seem to forget that. They toyed with us. Oh, yeah, we had loads of possession and we had this. All we did was get it and shift it, dink it in. And then Nwaneri came on for the last sort of 6 minutes. It was his European debut. And he looked like he'd try something. But my heart was broken in that Bournemouth game because Nwaneri took the ball down and he shifted inside. And I thought he's going to hit it like he always does. And he just laid it off and I said, Arteta's already done him. He's already done him. He didn't shoot and he could have shot and he just did the normal thing that Odegaard does and he just slipped it to the side and I said, he's already ground him down. I cannot believe he's already ground him down.
It was
so sad. It was so sad to watch it.
Facts.
So sad to watch it.
Yeah. Facts. One of my best mates here has rolled in here, man. Craig of it. And how you doing, my brother? I hope you're all good, man. We're going to get Odegaard performance tonight. Yeah, Craig. Bruv, do you know what I mean? Craig's on the fence, yeah? I'm slowly getting my claws into turning him around to this manager. He's coming round. Like Craigie, you're top. He's getting round. He's getting there. Oh, Craig, I'm slowly grinding him down into my way of thinking. I am. But like Craig, to go back to your question, Odegaard, I don't know. We need it. We need it desperately. If now more than ever. If everyone's going to turn up, we can't keep playing with 10 men like we did against Real Madrid. We cannot. Odegaard needs to bring his A game. He needs to produce a masterclass, captain sensation. That's what he needs to be doing tonight. Do I think I'm going to get it? History tells me heavily no. Of course, history don't predict the future, but it's got a very, very, very good understanding of the likeliness of it. How do you think the bookies make their bets? Do you know what I mean? They're not stupid. What do you think they go on? Do you reckon they just roll the dice and go, yeah, fuck it, we give Odegaard 5-1 to score today? Of course they don't. They're giving him high odds because he don't fucking put the stuff in. He just doesn't. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna end with this as well because I thought it was a really good point. And Vic's saying to our girl, our number one girl, we have a massive Nigerian community in the UK, plus parents and all family from Kenya, Nairobi. So I always take interest in African names. Good to have a lady in here too. Can I just say as well, one, it's good to have a lady, regardless of wherever you're from, regardless, good to have anyone in here from every background. That's absolutely buzzing. But you know what? I wanted to make a point of this. Arsenal have an unbelievable following in Africa, a ridiculous following. The fact that we haven't gone there to tour, it's a fucking disgrace. We haven't. I think the last time we went there was about 10, 15 years ago. I know it's all money. They go to America, which obviously would be convenient for you, Madupe, as well. But the very fact that a lot of my African friends, of descent in whatever sort of order, a lot of them are Arsenal fans. When you go on the internet, there's such a massive African community across the board. And the fact that we neglect that sort of side of the country with such a big following, I mean, it's a proper disgrace. I've said it a few times on there, man. We're just so interested in all the cash grabs and all of that we forget the massive, massive, massive continent of fans out there, man. It's poor, really, from Arsenal, isn't it? And I hope they go there next year because obviously we're in Asia. Is it where are we in Asia? Is it Korea we're in this year? Is it or
It's
something like that?
Korea.
Yeah. I'm sure we're there or thereabouts. But it's poor on that behalf. But listen, I am going to end it there. I'm going to redirect to Coldstream. I will be on there now, so I've set the redirect up. So when we finish, we're going to go over there, show the brother some love. But just before we do, obviously, what have you got coming up, Shane, mate? My geezer.
I am actually going to do a live stream for the match. I've never done it, and it's the only one I'm going to do. It's only because I said the missus is away, so I always watch the football with her, and I said I'd never do it. So I'm just going to do it for the laugh, and then I have the match reaction after, and then the full Irish breakfast will be every morning now at 10:30.
Nice.
And I'll have another World Cup video coming up next week. But yeah, busy. A lot of content coming out, and yeah, all good, man. All good. Delighted to being on. Thanks for having me on, as always. And of course, always a pleasure to share a screen with Rashid, absolute legend. And yeah, come on, Arsenal, please surprise me. Please surprise me tonight.
Please do something, innit? Come on, man. Believe. Rashid, what have you got coming up, my geezer?
Hey, thanks for having me on. Shane, as
man.
always, big up the whole chat. 6 p.m. I'm gonna be doing the build-up show. So we're gonna be talking about Arsenal, whatever. Arsenal PSG until the lineup. When the lineup is set, we'll talk more about the game. And yeah. So 6 p.m. Tune in, come catch a vibe with us. It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Yeah, man. Now looking forward to it. And I know you said you're going to send me the link as well. I said to you last night when we was having a little chat, I will try and make it in some capacity whatsoever. Obviously, I said, between 6 and 8, and them sort of times is difficult for me because of the kids, etc., etc., etc. But any bit that I can make, I'll happily jump on with you, my brother, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm the same as well. I'm going to be doing with DJB the last 10, which is going to be a mixture of the last 10 minutes of a watch along because I can't do the whole watch along. It drives me fucking mad. So I'm going to be doing the last 10. That's going to be followed up with me and DJB doing a live reaction and then a roll off calling. And then I'm going to be on Never a Foul and hopefully, we might be on Lee's thing. There will be no breakfast show breakfast show, morning show. That's Shane's thing. There'll be no morning show for me in the morning because, Lee's emergency stream, if I'm on it, come on, let's face it, I'm getting up at 7:45.
We're sleeping at 6 a.m.
Yeah. He paused,
did he? Oh, I think he's frozen. But yeah, people, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Shane, if you're about, of course.
I should be. Send me the link. I'll let you know.
There's gonna be, like last time, like we did last time.
Popping in and then
it was
popping
nice.
out. Exactly. Yeah. So I think Aaron was about to wrap it up there anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah. Do you think maybe he redirected? So yeah, I think he redirected. I think so.
Either way, big up to the chat. Big up to everybody. If you are still there, if he's go to Carl's, I think he's being redirected anyway. And Rashid.
So yeah.
Absolute legend. So we'll knock it on the head. I think he was going to anyway.
Do that. Yeah. Let's go over to Carl,
there you
and give it.
No, it's gone again. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. He's having trouble. I think
he's having technical difficulty. You're mute now. Oh, there you are now.
What was that all about?
I don't know. You're bugging out there for about 2 minutes.
The mutants are just like, this geezer's getting on my nerves. Yeah. We're just gonna get rid of him.
Do you need 500 to redirect? Is it 500 subs to redirect?
It need to be monetized, I think.
Yeah, I think it's either 500 and or the monetization thing because I only realized I could do it after that, but I might be wrong. So like, you do it when you go in. So I'm going to do it like, let's just do a dummy right now. You go into your studio, then you find out your live stream. So you go into content, you'll find your live stream, click into that, customization, and then you scroll all the way down. And then you get the add the redirect bit, which is that's sort of how you do it. But yeah, man, sorry for what do you call it? You know what I mean? Ending that way. You know what I mean? The mutants. You know what I mean?
You're still
live, I think.
Bang bang. Yeah. I know we are. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Fucking what's going on? Yeah. But we will redirect to Cole, and I'm going to jump over there. A bit of a strange end to the show, but we will get there. Do you know what I mean? It's not my fault. It's StreamYards and the mutants. Let's blame them. But big up
It's
to
the mutants.
big up to you
Always
boys.
them
Thank you
mutants.
very much in the chat. Always, man. Don't forget, like and subscribe. The guys' links are in the title. See, look, they've done me now. My brain's fried. Do you know what I mean? Poor old Carl, he's gonna get the worst of me now. It's just totally gone. But yeah, big up, man. Everyone else, take care. All the best, and we will catch you later.